Hello learners, welcome to lesson 3 in word processing. In the last lesson, I introduced you to the Microsoft environment where I showed you what the title bar is and what it does. I showed you what the quick access toolbar is, the file tab, and also the menu bar, the ruler, the dialog box launcher, the status bar, document area, views button, zoom control. But I did not tell you about the ribbon. In today's lesson, lesson 3, I am going to introduce you to what is called the ribbon. How does the ribbon looks like? That is what I am going to show you first. The ribbon is the rectangular area where my mouse is moving across. This rectangular area, this rectangular area, this rectangular area, and this is what the ribbon looks like. The ribbon is a particular container that groups the Microsoft Word component into tabs, groups, and commands. Don't forget, the ribbon is a container that groups the component of the Microsoft Word environment into tabs, groups, and commands. So, in the last class, I talked about the menu bar. I said the file, home, insert, page layout, references, mailings, review, views, and add-ins. I told you in the last class that we refer to them as the menu bar. But when we want to call them one after the other, if I come to file, I will call it the file tab. If I come to home, I will call it the home tab. If I come to insert, I will call it the insert tab. If I move to page layout, I will call it the page layout tab. Every time I click on each of these tabs, something must happen. It must display both groups and commands. Let's move to the right-hand side of the screen where I am going to show you tabs, their groups, and their commands. I am going to move to the right-hand side of the screen. I am on the home tab. This is the insert tab. This is the design tab, the layout tab, the references tab, and so on. I am going back to the home tab. What do we refer to as groups within this home tab? The groups within the home tab are clipboard, font, paragraph, styles, and editing. These are what we refer to as the groups within this particular tab that is home. If we move to the insert tab, insert, the groups that we have there are, we have tables, illustrations, media, comment, header and footer, text, and so on. If I go to design, the groups are document formatting, page background, and so on. If I go to my layout, the groups are page setup, paragraph, arrange, and so on. If I go to my references, the groups are table of content, footnote, citations and bibliography, captions, index, table of authorities, and so on. So that is what we refer to as groups. And what do we refer to as command? I told you ribbon contains tabs, and each tab has what we call groups, and each groups have what we call the commands. If I click on the home tab, I have a group that is called font. Under that font, these are the commands. I have what is called the font name. I have what is called the font size. I have bold, I have italic, underscore, I have strike through, I have subscript, I have superscript, I have text effect and typography, I have text highlighter color, I have font color, and so on. So everything we have within this font, which is a group, everything we have here is what is referred to as a group. So if I go to the insert tab, tables, illustrations, media, comments, header and footer text, they are all referred to as group. But within each of the groups, if I go to illustration, the commands are pictures, online pictures, shapes, smart art, models, icons, charts, screenshots, and so on. So everything you have within each of the groups are referred to as command. Don't forget ribbons. Organize Microsoft Office component, Microsoft Word component into tabs. These are tabs. And each tabs have what we call groups, and each groups have their different commands. Thank you.